If you need help improving or even ranking up to Unreal this season, keep watching this video because I finally developed the best warm-up routine and settings for console and PC players. This first map in my warm-up routine is called Outlaw Coral. It's a brand new Wild West cowboy themed UEFN creative map. It's a 16-player fast-paced competitive tournament bracket where you'll face each opponent in an intense 1v1 shootout to the win. It also has a unique animation every time you win a round. Each round you're going to spawn in and there's going to be a timer. Once the timer ends, you have to grab the gun quickly and draw it like a true cowboy to take out your opponent. The rounds are super fast, so you get really good practice. This map is the ultimate practice to test your 1v1 skills. Not only does this map help you improve your aiming ability, but also your reaction time, because you're going to actually have to try to pick up the weapon and draw it before your enemy does. This is the perfect map to practice your off-spawn engagements in Battle Royale. Starting July 13th, the first 1,000 players to join the Outlaw Coral Discord will get automatic beta testing for all Look North World UEFN games. Be sure to check out this map. The map code will be down below in the first link. I'll be playing it and hope to see you guys play too. So now that we are in creative, I'm going to show you guys my settings and my perfect controller sensitivity that works for PlayStation, Xbox, and even PC. I'm also going to give you guys a guide and show you which settings you should have on and off when playing competitive Fortnite. Jumping right into the settings, the first option you should have on is 120 FPS mode. If you're on 60 FPS still, you're at a major disadvantage. You definitely want to get a monitor above 120 Hz so you can enable this. And then going on to my colorblind and brightness here, this is all preference, but I play 150% brightness. My monitor is a little bit dark. My user interface contrast is set at 1. My color blind is off. I used to have it on try to nope, but I put it with off now. It's at a 5 strength. You want to have motion blur off. If you have motion blur on, as you guys can see, as you're moving or tarping endgame, there's just a lot of blur on your screen and it would be hard to see people, so I definitely would not recommend this. Moving on to the next page here, we have a bunch of settings. I'm going to go through what I think is the most important ones. The first one down here is record replays. You should have all these turned off. This will help lower your input delay. And then moving on to the preferred item slots, this is how I have it set up. I would recommend having your shotgun in the first slot, the most important one. Then I have my SMG, these two are unassigned, and then my AR in the last slot. The reason for the shotgun being the first slot is because if you guys switch to your build modes and then you guys piece somebody up, the moment you switch back, your shotgun will be the first gun in your inventory and it'll be ready to shoot. You know, instead of having it in the second slot over here, so you know, once you piece somebody up, then you have to do this, switch over to it. And then moving down here, we have reset building choice on, disable pre-edit option on, turbo building is on, and then for auto confirm edits, I have it on both. Both my edit and reset bind both use auto confirm or confirm on release. So I'll show you exactly how this works. So if I'm editing a wall here, when I edit, instead of having two different binds of having a confirm and a edit button, I only have one single bind. As soon as I let go of my trigger, it will confirm it immediately. So edit confirm on release. And then for my reset, it's the exact same thing. The reset, I have it on one single bind. So I pick the tiles I want to reset. Or there you go. And then once I reset, boom, one single bind. This makes it a lot faster to edit and reset. As a controller player, it helps you fight against PC players because you can actually keep up with them. So yeah. Then moving on to the HUD scale down here. I have it on 70%. The default HUD is at 100%, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like. And as you guys can see, it's super big, super obnoxious. It's not really good, so you kind of want to lower that a bit. Mine set on 70%. I think this is perfect. You can still see the numbers, but it also doesn't block your screen. And then moving down here, I have all these options on except for the last three. It's all preference. And then moving on to the gyro or gyro settings right here, you want to have all these turned down and turned off. This will help with your input delay a little bit. You don't want to have any of these on. Same goes for the keyboard settings. If you're a keyboard player, then have it on obviously. But if you are a controller player, there's no reason to have all these up. Just turn them all the way down. With that being said, we're going to jump into the actual sensitivity right here. I have controller auto run on. This makes your life as a controller player so much easier because you don't want to always have to hold down the stick. And then Builder Pro build immediately, I have that on. This is going to help you build a little bit faster. And then edit hold time, you want this to be the lowest. There's no reason you want to hold to edit. And then slide hold time, mine's a little bit higher at 0.035. This is just because sometimes I just want to run and crouch, and if you have it too low, you'll accidentally slide when you don't want to. So that's the explanation for that. And then moving down here, we have the camera axis. Mine is set all the way at 0. I don't use this at all. And then vibration, you want to have this turned off. This can mess up your aim when your controller shakes a lot. And then for the actual sensitivity here, my look and aim right here is set at 5.5. Those are normal. And build and edit multiplier both set at 2.1, 2.1. I've seen a lot of controller players, it varies from 1.8 through 2.3. So that range is a decent range where you can easily control it. My sensitivity is a little bit on the faster side, so if you guys don't like it, you could definitely tweak it. But then down here I play with advanced settings on, so my look and horizontal speed are both set at 43%. And then since I have the multiplier on, this will make it a little bit faster. But yet again, you guys can always turn down the multiplier if it is too fast for you. And then for horizontal and vertical boost, I have this off. This kind of gives you an extra boost when building or aiming, and it's a little bit inconsistent, but it does make you a lot faster. Same thing with the boost ramp time and then instant boost when building, so I have these turned off. I like my setting more to be kind of consistent and smooth rather than fast, so all these boost settings are turned off. And then for the ADS sensitivity here, mine is at 11 for both horizontal and vertical. I've seen a lot of controller players that use around a lower dead zone because you are controlling a stick compared to a keyboard, so you don't want to have it too high. It's kind of hard to aim with high sensitivity on controller. And then same thing goes for the boost and boost ramp time. I have those turned off. And then for look dampening time, mine's set at 0 seconds. I play on linear. I've done a few videos on linear or exponential, and I still think linear is the better look input curve in chapter 4. And then going for aim assist strength here, you know, it's obviously set at 100%. And then for the dead zone, we have 10% on the left stick, 10% on the right stick. This has been a solid dead zone. I've had this since forever, and I definitely recommend you guys try this out. It works both for my Xbox and PS5 controller. And then for visual sound effects, this is the main audio settings you want to turn on. This thing is a game changer. Almost every single pro uses this. And then going on to the binds here, you guys can definitely pause the video and copy my binds if you guys need new binds. However, though, I would recommend you guys use what is comfortable with your hands. I play double hand claw on PS5 and also right hand claw on Xbox. So if you're not a claw player and you want to try these settings out, go ahead, go do it. But they won't always work for everybody, so that's why I always say you guys can use this as a guide. Take what I tell you and learn from it, and then make your own settings and find what is comfortable with your hands. I've been using these settings for a minute now, so let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe if you guys are new, and use my credit code in the item shop, Gloomsy,